My first festival was Cannes in 1994, and I was here with a short film that was showing, not in competition, but sort of in this showcase, and it was the first time I'd ever been here. I saw Ken Loach's Raining Stones, which I thought was a beautiful movie, and I saw it as the first movie I saw in the Grand Palais, in the big, beautiful screen. It was political, both the way it was made and it was a political film in its content. And I just remember that I was up in the balcony and half the audience was kind of booing and hissing in protest and walking away from the stage, sort of protesting, and half the audience was rushing down to the stage to try to get closer to Loach and support the film. It was almost like the people clapping and the people booing were like in this struggle of the masses between each other, and then finally, ultimately it sort of ended with only the people who cared about the movie in the front, and you really felt all the passion and the excitement of Cannes in that moment, and you realized how important it is for people in Cannes to really express themselves about the movies that they're seeing. My father retired near Cannes, and he got very sick. I kept flying to New York and back to Cannes during the festival, and I would just run into all these people who thought I was here for a festival experience, and I just, would remember doing everything I could at the Nice airport to avoid everyone that I knew in the film industry. And when you make a bunch of movies, everyone who you know is kind of here. So I'd kind of be ducking around corners. I turned around, and Rosario Dawson, who's been in 2 of my films, was right in front of me. And I just sort of had to go, "Hi, how are you?" I hugged her and said hello, and it was just the almost awkward thing. And she's like, "Are you here?" And then I had to talk about my dad, and then she got all depressed, and it was just a very awkward, strange moment. It's sort of like heaven and hell. There's 2 kinds of events. One is the first time you walk up the Palais steps, and you think of everyone from Truffaut to Rossellini to Antonioni, all these people that you love and all these movies you love, and they've also gone up the steps, whether they were the Palais or the Old Palais, and there's this huge history that you're a part of. But then under these steps is the bowels, the market, and there was this great moment that I realized last year after I'd gone walking through the bowels of the market. I went through thinking that maybe for my business, since I'm a producer, I should really be going through the market and trying to hustle and find people. And I went through and I walked through and then I walked out and I just looked around and looked back at it and I thought, this has nothing to do with filmmaking. And if I have to deal with this, it's over. I'm not going to. I'm never going to deal with that. Just going to think about the steps and not the basement.